concerning what is going on, Obasanjo has come out to say that Africans do not appreciate their past leaders or their former leaders. Do you think it's justified?
God bless you. My name remains Evangelist Benjamin Johnson Sinachi, the only identity with Biafran truth evangelist, and I stand on nothing but the truth.
He's a father. I will not say he's a liar. He's a father. I will not say he's not ready to help Nigeria. In 1979, when Awolowo was doing election with Shagari. Shagari is an ordinary teacher. You see how big is Awolowo. When Baba Obasanjo doesn't know what to do again, they carry 2/3. They said 2/3. They have to use 2/3 for an election. Baba have never helped this nation before. You should stop talking about another government or that we did not appreciate elders. In which way are we going to appreciate the elder that doesn't put food on the table for an ordinary man? We didn't see Obasanjo as a helper since he has been ruling us. He's a father, we respect him. We cannot do anything, but Baba should stop saying we did not respect that. Those who help you that you will respect. My brother, if they are saying Nigeria is some time bomb now, they are liar. Because we know what is happening during outgoing president Buhari. Massive killing in Ondo State. All the whole north, no rest. All the whole east, no rest. Are they forgot? But since when Tinubu is here now, we are only talking about hunger. Truly, Nigeria, we are not ready to work. We youth, we like luxury thing. A normal citizen of Nigeria will like to drink 7 bottles of a beer before they go to sleep. My brother, they are waster. I can say we waste things too much. Some of us, when we have money, we go for another or 2 wives to marry. We marry 3. So, brother, we are very lazy in Nigeria. Nigeria is a country whereby we should join hands with Tinubu to build. Tinubu have good agenda. Tinubu get good mind to do Nigeria well. That is, you can listen to him. I don't believe Absalom and others went there to worry him or insult him. They went there for business, my brother. Most of them have a refinery outside Nigeria. Are they ready to help us now? Is Absalom ready to help Nigeria now when he doesn't help Nigeria when he was in the power? When Obasanjo is in the power, he did not help us. You see now that he wanted to worry Tinubu to help us. Look at Ota Road. Baba did not do anything. Why did he go to Aso Rock to disturb Tinubu now? You see, you want to send Tinubu on Naira to go and make food for Nigeria. Don't mind Baba. I was there, we didn't enjoy Baba. That is it.
African leader can never be appreciated. An African leader can never be appreciated because of the maltreatment that they've given to the masses they govern. And I can tell you, with the autocracy of the African leader, they will come when they want to seek for election, when they want to seek for votes. They will, please you to the maximum force, maximum level. After they clinch that position, they are on their own, and you and your African masses are always on their own. You will see them bringing killer policy. We will see them bringing destructive policy that will not be able to effect any. They will not have any impact on the African citizen. I'm talking generally now. You could see from onset we have never had it so good with African leaders. If you can remember the lifestyle of those Mobutu Sese Seko, the lifestyle of those Idi Amin of Uganda, and we see how those characters that are still trending within that, Idi Amin and Mobutu Sese Seko. So what do you expect when the leaders that we call them our fathers, when they ought to lead by example, and they are not lead by example. The African leader, they are just there. They will, contest for election, and for that election they contested for is not just for to better the life of average African youth. It's for them to acquire wealth and turn themselves to billionaires, and using that wealth to manipulate the people they are governing, the country they are governing. So that is why they are telling the Western world, are telling Africa, countries now that they should be awake because they are sleeping in slumber. Africa ought to have been developed more than this we have now. So to me, I see no light yet. Have been developed more than this we have now. So to me, I see no light yet at the end of the tunnel for Africa, because the more you look, the less you see the direction Africa is going to.
It's not about whether it's true, it's not about justification, it's about, it is his personal opinion and it is perspective. So for me, I think Obasanjo as a president had areas where he measured well. He had some areas where he modeled democracy. So to that extent, if I'm to assess him based on his time as a president, I will tell you that there are some areas he did well. And as well, there are some areas he did very badly, particularly when we heard the word of do or die. I think the issue of do or die started from Obasanjo when it comes to winning an election by all means. So to that extent, and Obasanjo may not be justified when it comes to advising Nigerians on the right way to go when it comes to voting in an election and all that. But when it comes to issues that have to do with the economy, issues that have to do with forgiveness of our debts, I think Obasanjo did very well. Because I could remember that before Obasanjo came in as a president, Nigeria's debt was high. Then Obasanjo and his team, through the then Minister of Finance, I'm talking about the current DG, General of World Trade Organization, Okonjo-Iweala. They were able to synergize with all the world bodies, financial bodies like the Monetary Fund, World Bank, and Nigeria was able to exit all the numerous debts we were into before he came in. Quite unfortunately, that since he left office, Nigeria have gone into serious debts. We could record that even under his watch, Nigeria, his government is one that introduced the reform that saw pension fund in place now. So for me, I think Obasanjo did so well in some areas. But when it comes to democracy itself, on how to vote, voting, on violence and all that, I think his government did poorly in that. It's not even about justification, it's about currently, is it true that Nigeria is in a precarious situation? Is it true that people should be talking of a solution? Obviously, just like Lukman put it, I'm talking about the former national vice chairman of APC from the Northwest, saying that Nigeria is in intensive care unit. Of course, Nigeria has never seen it this bad before. Looking at the food inflation, looking at insecurity, I may not say in the area of insecurity, but particularly in the area of food inflation, in the area of hunger, Nigeria have never seen it this bad. So to that extent, I think and Obasanjo may not be entirely wrong when or rather the ex-generals, when they met and they talk about how to solve the Nigerian problem. Because I think I took pain to go through what Abu Salami said, that he himself belonged to about 3 organizations where they have tried to offer solutions to myriad of Nigerian challenges. But I don't know whether the Mr. President is implementing them. And if at all is implementing them and it's not working, it means their solution or their suggestion defies I think the Nigerian solution or problem is beyond what a Tinubu himself can handle. Because if all the former generals are coming together to synergize with all his economic team and all his all his intervention is not seen giving all needed result, then I think there's a problem. But let me quickly say that from what I'm seeing as a person, the major problem of this government is that they are not interested in spending money for the welfare of Nigerians. The reason is not far
far-fetched, because when you remove subsidy on gasoline, definitely you know that it will come with challenges, and the consequence of the challenge is what we are currently facing. And before now, the president have come out to clarify that they were going to do some intervention in form of giving subvention to small and medium scale enterprises. As at the time, they made us understand that 500,000 and 1 million, as the case may be given to them. They told us that they were going to give about 50,000 to a good number of nano business owners. Up to date, they have not done all this. Even before now, they made us understand that they were going to give 1 billion to about 75 companies in form of subvention as a way of galvanizing economic activities and improving our GDP. But more than 1 year after that promise, they have not done it. Even the CNG, from what they are even making us to understand currently, it is a few conversion centers, to convert vehicles that run on fossil fuel to run on compressed natural gas. Up till now, they have not been able to establish up to 100 centers across Nigeria, and I don't think any vehicle have been successfully converted to run on CNG. So if you start looking at all this, you will see a government that is like Atlantica, that is lukewarm in spending money on the welfare of Nigerians. Do not forget that the constitution is very clear about the very primary purpose of governance. When I'm talking about the very primary purpose of governance, I'm talking about the welfare of Nigerians and their security. So since the government is not interested in addressing these two major areas, one begin to wonder, one begin to ask, what is the target, what is the priority of this government? If you are not using money to address insecurity, you are not using the money to address issue of welfare of Nigerians, then what is your priority? And it's not that the government have made it clear ab initio that federal government is using about 97% of our national earnings to service loan. According to them, they have reduced it to about 68%. But is doing this at the expense of the welfare of Nigerians, is it right? And even if you want to do it at the expense of Nigerians, is it not proper that you cushion Ife to a level? And what are you doing to salvage the situation of the vulnerable among us? So for me, I think the government need to go back to the drawing board and address the very, very, very purpose of governance, the very primary purpose of governance, which is the welfare of Nigerians and their security.
Yeah. So before you go, Pastor, the fuel price is out now, and it's of different amounts in different states. Some said 1,100, so amount. And now, as someone said, now that the refinery is working, what's the need, or is there still need to export crude oil to other countries now?
No, exporting of crude oil is what else.
Fine.
No, look at it. Exporting of crude oil is what earns Nigerian foreign exchange, and of course they need it. But the only thing is, what you are going to look at is, Dangote cannot offtake all our crude. Don't forget that Nigeria through NNPC takes 60% of all the oil that is explored in Nigeria across both the one that is being explored by Chevron, Shell, ExxonMobil, name it. NNPC takes 60% across board. It's from that 60% they sell that ends up foreign exchange, and it's from that quota they give to Dangote that we learned that they are giving about 30 million barrels of crude currently. Don't forget that before now, Dangote was initially importing crude from the United States of America and some other parts of the world. According to him, I think he was able to import about 6 million barrels before he entered into a deal with the Nigerian government to be given in Naira. But I think what we should be focusing attention is, federal government is not telling us why, if Dangote is buying crude from Nigeria, why the price of PMS from Dangote refinery will sell with what is happening in the international market. Because even if you say you are selling crude to Dangote at the prevailing rate of in the international market, and that the difference is that he's paying in Naira. Don't forget that if Dangote is to buy the same crude in the United States of America, he's going to transport it back to Nigeria here, and when he's producing, he's going to capture the cost of transporting from United States of America to Nigeria into his cost of production. So why will you still sell the same product you are buying from Nigeria the same amount with what is selling in international market? I'm talking about the refined product. So these are questions that NNPC have to answer, give Nigerians answer. And because they're going to have made it clear that when they enter into that deal, that the deal includes that NNPC will be the one to uptake all their products and that will determine the price they will sell. NNPC are come back later to say that yes, the initial batch they got from Dangote, they are running to about 16.something million liters of PMS. That it is the one Dangote, the crude Dangote imported is what they used to refine that. And from what we understand, Lagos State is going to buy that premium motor spirit for 950 naira. In some far north like Borno, it's going to be as costly as 1,100. So if people were thinking, or Nigeria were hoping that Dangote refinery is going to be a game changer, we are now seeing the price of refined product, particularly PMS, rising up to 1,100 within Nigeria. I think NNPC owes us explanation. Thank you very much.
Now, Obasanjo saying that Africans do not recognize or pay, do appreciate or respect to their past leaders. Abi, see, the past leaders, how did you rule? How did you lead the people? Do you lead them in a transparency way, or do you lead them in a discrepancy, in a deceitful way? Do you lead them in a way to carry them along in your governance, or do you lead them in order to root from them and add to your own self? This is a question that Olusegun Obasanjo should ask himself. Did you carry on the people along? Did they benefit immensely during your leadership, or do you make your rule a kind of some people to benefit while some will not benefit? Did everybody benefit from your leadership? This is something you should think of. What is the common man in the street, the people you call commoners, what are they saying about you? Listen and listen very carefully. So the leader should take note of this, that whatsoever seed you sow, you will reap, whether life or death. When you do well, people will still keep the legacy in their memory. Look at people like Mandela, you know, not just South Africa, but the people in the world, even here in Nigeria. We have respect for him. We have honor for him because of the way he handled things maturely. Look at a man who suffers so much for the freedom and the benefit of South Africa, what they are enjoying today. But when he came into power, he managed only 4 years. And he stepped down. He allowed other people to continue. But in other parts of African nations, their leaders will go there. They will not like to step down. They want to rule there till they die. And it don't supposed to. It's not a family affair things.